the first one to Ty, and it is a question from Andrea, who's in our audience. Andrea, what's your question for Ty?
Hi, Ty. I have many mirrors in my house placed haphazardly. I never know how or where to hang them. Can you give me some basic guidelines?
Mirrors can actually be, it can be a little bit sort of tough to understand where they need to go and what height they need to be and et cetera. So I can actually show you a few tips. So the rule is 5. So you guys want to join me over here?
Sure.
So I'm going to hang this mirror. You guys come right over on this side.
All right, all right.
I don't want you to be caught in the bad reflection. So I'll explain after I hang it. Okay, so the rule really is 5. So usually what you want to do is about 5 feet from the floor, and that should be about right. And that also gives you room to be able to have a piece of furniture underneath it.
I would love that because I'm only about 5 feet tall. So
you can fit right underneath it.
Right.
It's great.
Now, you know, I use mirrors in a different way. I use mirrors just to add an element of light to the room.
Yeah.
And I often hang them at odd heights, or I do something to antique the mirror so it's not really a mirror that's there to like do your makeup.
Yeah, the
or
antique
something.
looks really cool too.
Right.
What, to throw the light around the apartment.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
got it.
The best trick, though, to put it right opposite a window so that it does capture
Right,
that
and it
light
looks like
right
it
through.
reflects the outdoors
Right.
in. Yeah.
And the other 5 thing is on a mantle, you want to go 5 inches off of that. So if you remember 5, it works out pretty well.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
5 inches for the mantle, 5 feet if you're going from the floor.
Unless you've got really high ceilings, and then we'll talk.
So the next one is for Ty, and it's going to be on Skype, we hope. So it's going to be Dana, right?
Dana, I think.
Dana on Skype. Oh, there she is. Oh, isn't she pretty? Hi, Dana.
Hey, Dana.
My question is for Ty. I'm really hoping you can help me. I know you can see the wall color behind me. It's a lot darker than what we thought it was going to be, and I am really having trouble accessorizing to finish off this room. I want it to still feel masculine, but I don't want it to be so dark.
Well, it sounds like you've got a little bit of a problem sort of understanding color. So I'm just going to sort of give you a quick tutorial of like what your choices in color are. So this is a color wheel. And I know that like when you start hearing the names that you talk about on the color wheel, like complementary are actually opposite. So the opposite of blue is orange. But then you've also got monochromatic, which is the same color but different shades of it, like blue, light, medium blue, and then light blue. But you've got there's some other names like analog, which is basically, analog is the color right next to the other color, and then there's triadic, which seems weird, but it's just evenly spaced different colors. The other trick with color is sometimes what you don't need with color is more color, and that's when I would say choosing a white or a neutral, because then you can actually pop up that color and use the neutral to make it pop. So with what you've got going on there, it's sort of a dark version of a neutral, and it seems like what you need to do is lighten things up and then add a pop of color on an accent wall. That would be my choice. And considering you're already going with a little dark brown leather in the back, colors that work well with that are oranges, but also light blues. So you either go cool or you can go warm. I hope that helped.
So do some of the room, like 3 walls of the room in like a cream or a white, and then do 1 wall with just a pop.
That's my first suggestion. The second would be to do monochromatic, so you could do a darker wall that is in the color you like, and then you could do a lighter wall, and then do 1 neutral, if you understand what I'm saying. So you could do a dark color, let's call it blue, or even a green, then do a light on 2 walls, and then do a neutral on the other wall.
This is such a mystery to me. So if you spin the wheel around,
let's do
green
it. Let's
is at the top.
Okay.
So let's say green is at the very top.
Okay.
Then I should choose to go either opposite that color to contrast it, or a third of the way around the wheel to complement it, or one of the shades. They're the 3 options.
See, isn't it confusing when you put it that way?
But see, this is such a mystery. I love this. I love
like
this.
I'm going to have a test or something. This is complicated, this one.
This is really great.
This is what simplifies it. I love it.
Well, you've got your primary and your secondary colors as well. Let's not jump into that.
So Dana, what's his favorite color?
He doesn't have one.
Dana, what's your favorite color?
Honestly, this is the most color we have in any room in our house, and I really do like it. I wear a lot of black, so, you know, I'm just trying to really step outside my comfort zone here.
Okay, so, let me just ask you this. When you get up in the morning and you go into your closet and you pick out, let's say, a top, what's the first color you usually go for if it's not black?
Black.
I just don't own anything that isn't black.
There's a really great tip to make this super easy. It's like painting accent colors for dummies. You take the paint strip, on any deck, and whatever color is the wall color, you go 2 to 3 shades darker or 2 to 3 shades lighter. It's like, you don't have to think about it. Done and done.
Yeah, you definitely need to go lighter. Even though I love your dark side, I think it's sort of like the Force Awakens here. You need to bring a little bit more light into your life in the dark side. That's what I
Yes.
suggest.